If you think breakfast in Japan is just miso soup and grilled fish, you're gonna have to think again. Because today I'm gonna be trying 3 completely different breakfasts in Tokyo, and each one is gonna show a totally different side of the city's food culture.
Actually, I think that might be the best one of today.
I'm sorry, Mr. Turtle, but I'm going to eat you now. I feel bad.
This is a really great meal. Wow, I could eat this every day.
And even though the city is quite well known for not having shops that open very early in the morning, all of these 3 are gonna be very breakfast friendly. So let's go try our first breakfast. Let's go. Oh, don't forget to subscribe for more Japan adventures. Let's go. For my first breakfast today, I'm having a Japanese breakfast at the Onigili Cafe. Of course, they serve onigiri, which is a Japanese rice ball, but they spell it in a slightly cute Western way with an L instead of an R. And you can eat in or take out, which is really convenient. You can also bring your dog here. But what's very special about this cafe, they use a type of rice called koshihikari, which is made in Saku, Nagano Prefecture. And it's not just any rice, it's actually a rice that consistently gets ranked as Special A, which is the highest grade in the Japan rice taste ranking, which is an actual thing. It's determined by the Japan Rice Inspection Association. So let's go inside and try some of their onigiri. They have the classic flavors, but also a few special ones. So let's see what they've got. Come on in. This is such a stylish little cafe, and they have so many foods that look really healthy. They have generous selection of side dishes and lots of onigiri, the rice ball, of course. And what's really cool is they have a special breakfast set that's really affordable. So I'm gonna get the breakfast morning set. And it comes with 2 rice balls and a little bit of a side dish. And for an extra plus, you can get miso soup and a set drink. They actually have a really nice selection, but apparently the ones that are really quite popular here are the mentaiko cream cheese, which is the spicy cod roe with cream cheese. Also, the other one that's popular is the negi miso oba, which means the shiso perilla leaf with green onions and miso. But I really want to try one more. And the last one that they recommended is the salted kombu, which is a type of seaweed that gives a lot of umami flavor, and it has tuna in it as well. All right, so I have my onigiri breakfast set. This feels like such a nice way to start the morning. Normally it would just be this, but of course I have the extra. So this particular one uses a different kind of rice from the others, actually, if you notice. This is called jurokokumai, which means 16 grain rice. They mix a bunch of different grains together into the rice, and some of them are these little red colored grains of rice. And the reason for this is it's generally considered to be healthier than just a plain white rice. That's really tasty and very different from any kind of onigiri that I normally have a chance to buy. What really stands out is the miso on the inside. I think the miso actually is mixed in with these green onions. So somewhere you get a little bit of this green onion spicy, and then you get this really freshness of the shiso leaf that makes it kind of herbal and almost minty. Yeah, it really tastes like a Japanese meal in a bite-sized little ball, basically. It's really tasty. Okay, now let's try the mentaiko cream cheese. It's obviously not a classic flavor combo, but I think it really works. That's really good. It's actually surprisingly spicy for a rice ball. This spicy cod roe has a pretty noticeable kick, but the cream cheese makes it creamy, balances it out. It also kind of offsets a little bit of that fishy flavor that comes with the spicy cod roe. If you're looking to try something new, it's kind of a fusion of Japanese and Western flavors, maybe this one. So now it's time to try the tuna with the kombu seaweed. This type of seaweed is used to make broths for various kinds of Japanese soups. So it's really important for umami flavor. And it's a salted kombu. So let's see how it tastes together. Wow, I actually think that might be the best one of today. That was really, really tasty. For those of you who really like a classic tuna onigiri, I think you would like this. The kombu seaweed seems to have been marinated in like a sweet and salty sauce. So it's both sweet and salty and umami rich with that wonderful tuna texture and flavor. It goes really well together. I recommend definitely checking this place out because in the morning, it opens at 9 a.m. It's very quiet. Anyway, I'm going to be finishing up this lovely, healthy meal, and then I'll see you guys at the next breakfast place. For my second breakfast of the day, I'm going to be having a bakery breakfast at this adorable little bakery called Sanchome no Chisana Panyasan, which loosely translates to the little bakery on the third block, which I think is a really cute name. As you can see, their baked goods are really adorable as well. And some of you may not know, but bakery culture in Japan is very big. Bread was first introduced to Japan in the 16th century by the Portuguese, but the bread popularity did die down, but it did kind of come back in popularity after World War II when Japan was facing food shortages and the US ended up donating a lot of wheat and bread. And they also introduced bread and milk as a staple of the Japanese school lunch at that time. And thanks to it being part of the school lunch, bakeries are now all over Japan, and they're definitely a very popular choice for a Japanese breakfast. Today, we've already tried rice, so now it's time to try a bread breakfast. Let's see what they got. Come on. All right, so I've got my adorable little bakery baked goods. Since they're called the Little Bakery on the third block, they also say to look out for little breads. So we have little tiny breads, and you can tell it's tiny because these are clearly a child's hands, and he's holding this adorable little cream pan or cream bread. It's said freshly baked, and also when I said I would eat it in the store, they heat it up for me. So without further ado, let's give it a taste. I'm gonna start with the croque monsieur. You can choose from different toppings. This one had egg, and I thought egg for breakfast is perfect. Look at all this crispy cheese. How do you even eat this? First of all, I love the cheese. The flavor of the cheese is lovely. I love that you get these little crispy bits, and the bread is so thick and fluffy. And they filled it kind of like a sandwich. I think they like took this big chunk of bread, sliced it in half, filled it with a creamy egg filling. It's lovely. This is a great breakfast food. And the next one that I want to try is the ampang, which means red bean paste bread. So the ampang comes in usually either koshi-an, which is red bean paste, or tsubu-an, which is the like actual red bean chunks inside. And I would say that the ampang is the perfect kind of fusion or bridge that kind of allowed Japanese people to appreciate bread, basically. So it might not be everyone's favorite bread if you're from abroad, but I think it's definitely worth trying. The bread is so fluffy. It's bouncy, it's kind of smooth on the outside, fluffy on the inside. The red bean paste is really smooth, and then the top has a little bit of sesame seeds, which give it a very slight nuttiness and fragrance, which is really nice. You have to like red bean paste to like it though, but all of the elements are done really well. It was really nice. Taste of history too. Okay, next I want to try the melonpan or melon bread. And then what I like about this bakery is they turned the classic melon bread into a turtle to make it extra cute. So I'm sorry, Mr. Turtle, but I'm going to eat you now. I feel bad. That's also so fluffy, wow. And I love the slightly coarse crispness of the top part. And the granulated sugar is a nice touch. So if you want to try something really simple and something that's a classic Japanese bakery simple, it's worth a try, but it's not my go-to, personally. I prefer something with like a filling. So I'm sorry, Turtle. You're good, but you're probably not as good as the next one. Okay, now it's time to try the Totoro cream pan. It's a Totoro-shaped cream-filled bread, which is also a classic bakery staple, but they're not always shaped like Totoro. This is actually the first time I've seen one that was shaped like Totoro. What's been really nice about cream bread is it always has like this really fluffy bread, and then this kind of like doughy extra layer on top, which I don't know how they make. Yum. That is such a classic. I don't think you can go wrong with the cream bread. The bread is just so lovely. It's so soft and fluffy without being too mochi-like. And then the cream filling has a little bit of like maybe vanilla notes, but it's really like a nice, rich, creamy custard. I love it. I'm really impressed with all the breads I tried today. I'd never been to this bakery before, but it really feels like such a homey little bakery, and the quality of the breads is fantastic. Definitely give this a try. They're open from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m., so pretty long hours. Anyway, that was my second breakfast of the day. I really enjoyed it. I'll probably take a few home to go. But then let's go check out one more breakfast place that is really, really unique. You probably wouldn't have tried something like this before, and neither have I, so let's go check it out. All right, my third breakfast of the day is a very unique one, and it's right here at the Shinjuku branch of Taste the World. And it's a cafe where you can, as you've guessed it, taste the world. They serve breakfast from all around the world, and they rotate their menus monthly. So they have 3 regular breakfast items, and this month their rotating menu is from Georgia, so you can try a Georgian breakfast. I really love the concept of this cafe because it allows you to kind of travel the world without a passport through food, and also to discover new food cultures from around the world. So without further ado, let's go inside and taste the world. Come on. Oh, this is so interesting. I love that it's like a long table, so you would be sitting with other customers. It feels like I'm dining in someone's house. It's actually a really interesting atmosphere. この世界中のお料理を出すお店をなんかできるきっかけって何だったんですか？
以前ゲストハウスをやっておりまして、そこで観光客の方から、食文化についてお話を聞いたところ、朝食がその国の、現地の朝食の雰囲気というか朝食に詰まってるなと思って、その朝ごはんのお店をやりたいなっていうふうに思いました。
ちょっとなかなか行ったことない国のお料理を出すのが難しいのかなと思うんですけど、どうやって本格的に作れるんですか？
現地の方に教えてもらって料理を考えております。今回そのジョージアの朝ごはんはジョージア大使館の方から教えていただいて、はい。
こういうお料理も学びたいとかって思ったらそういうのもできるんですか？
はい、ワークショップが月に数回やってますので、そこで現地の方にその国の料理を教えていただける機会がありますね。ホームページから予約は可能です。
わー、すごい、なんか参加してみたいかも。ぜひ。すごい。はい、じゃあとりあえず今日はジョージアのお料理を楽しみにしてます。はい、はい、お願いします。
こちらジョージアの朝ごはんで、手前にありますのがハチャプリといいまして、ジョージアの伝統的な、チーズのパンですね。でこちらがマッツォーニというヨーグルトのようなものです。こちらハーブのサラダで上にディルのパウダーがかかっております。こちらがロビオといいまして、赤いんげん豆とくるみのパウダーの、サラダですね。でこちらがアジカという、ちょっと唐辛子のような辛い万能調味料となってあります。美味しそう。こちらがヒンカリといいまして、ジョージアではここを持って食べていただいて、先に中にスープが入っているので、スープを飲んでから食べるという形で、この上の取っ手の部分は残していただいて大丈夫です。
わかりました、はい、ありがとうございます。こちらって、
タルフナという、タラゴンというハーブが、入ったレモネードのようなジュースですね。
すごい、ありがとうございます。じゃあいただきます。はい。Here we go. So this is a classic Georgian breakfast of khachapuri, and then we have khinkali, and then we have the drink called tarhuna, which has tarragon in it. This is not a straw. Just stir it up. Okay, let's give it a taste. Cheers! I don't know how to say cheers in Georgian. Okay, I've Googled it. Apparently it's gaumarjos. Gaumarjos. I hope I'm saying that right. So in the vein of traveling around the world today in Tokyo, gaumarjos. Oh, that is really unique. It's very herbal. Almost a spicy, almost a minty kind of flavor to it. And then there's a little hint of citrus in the drink. But I wouldn't say it's a straight up lemonade. It's very herbal, and it seems to have a little bit of soda in it. I love it. It's fun trying new things. All right, now it's time to try the khachapuri, which I've never had before. And they also play some videos on here sometimes where the ambassador of Georgia is actually showing how to eat these foods because he helped plan the menu. So it seems like he breaks up the egg yolk, mixes it up with the cheese, and then you break off the bread and you dip it. Oh my goodness, that is so good. The cheese is amazing. It's like a really rich, sharp cheese. I don't know what kind of cheese they use, but it's so creamy. Bread is also really thick and doughy. This one's a little bit heavier, and it's got a really nice crisp on the outside. This is a really great meal. Wow, I could eat this every day. So I want to try this with the Georgian chili paste. Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. That is so flavorful. I'm actually really surprised by how it tastes because it tastes kind of like yogurt and maybe some dill. And I love dill. It's so fragrant. I wouldn't say it's spicy, it's just really fragrant. I love it. It's such a great addition to this. All right, time for the hinkali, which I've never tried before. Wow, this is quite hefty. It's got a really thick dough. So it's a little bit different from like a Japanese dumpling or a Chinese dumpling. Small bite. There's a lot of soup in there. That's so good, and once again, a little bit different than what I was imagining. It's a little bit salty, but also again, these like kind of refreshing herbal flavors. You also get that umami from the meat juices. Ooh, that is so good. The meat is so juicy. This is really, really good. I would describe it as a Chinese xiaolongbao, but with European herbs and ingredient and seasoning. I love it. And the black pepper gives it a nice kick too.
テラムシです。
美味しそう。これがぶどうでできてるんですっけ？
はい、ぶどうの果汁で作った、はい、ゼリーのようなものです。
わあ、めちゃくちゃ楽しみです。ありがとうございます。Alright, so now it's time to try the pelamushi, which apparently is kind of an accidentally vegan traditional dessert from Georgia because it's made with only grape juice and corn flour or wheat flour. The texture is so interesting. It's not quite like a jello. You can actually feel some of the fibers of the grapes, sort of like applesauce. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like a fruit leather. It's very interesting. I'm really enjoying this. Honestly, this experience has been so interesting. I think this is definitely a restaurant to check out, even though it is not Japanese food. I don't know how often you can try a rotation of different countries' unique foods, especially showcased through breakfast. It's such a unique concept. So there you have it, 3 completely different ways to enjoy breakfast in Tokyo, from the classic Japanese onigiri breakfast to a fluffy bread at a bakery, which was a really great local find, and even this unique, very international style breakfast option, which really represents the more metropolitan and international side of Tokyo. So yeah, I think all of these offer something a little bit unique and different for multiple days of your stay in Tokyo. And let me know in the comments down below which one you'd be most interested to try, and if we've forgotten one of your favorite Tokyo breakfast spots. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to not miss out on any more Japan adventures like this one, and we'll see you guys very soon in another video. Bye! If you enjoyed this video, click the photos on the left for more, and click the one on the right to learn more about Buy Food and book your own Japan adventures.